Have you ever had a job where you had to close up the building for the evening all by yourself? Just walking alone into a dark, empty parking lot is enough to make many people uneasy, and for good reason. There's no telling what could be lurking behind that tree, or that dumpster, or even behind your own car. What's worse than suddenly realizing you're not alone? How about suddenly realizing you haven't been alone all evening? Hear how our very own Becky just can't seem to find an office that's not haunted. Today on Homespun Haints.
Hello, Hainted Loves. Welcome to Homespun Haints. I'm Becky.
Hey, I'm Diana.
It's good to see you all.
Indeed. Happy Valentine's Day for those of you who celebrate Valentine's Day, and happy Mardi Gras otherwise.
Oh, that's right. Yes. And Galentine's Day. And
Is that a day, or is that just like a...
I think it's supposed to be February 13th.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It is a day. Okay.
It is
cool.
a day. Yeah. It's, it's a fake Hallmark holiday. So it's like not even Hallmark. It's like fake Hallmark.
Fake knockoff Hallmark holiday.
Knockoff Hallmark
I actually
holiday.
did go to a Galentine's event
Yeah.
on Friday the 13th, so I guess that was technically indeed Galentine's Day. I didn't have any idea, but
I mean, I'm not sure. That's just, I seem to remember that,
I mean, it makes sense because that's when all the Galentine's Day events were on Facebook. I just didn't put it together. I just assumed that nobody wanted to do something on Saturday night. I understand that.
Oh, yeah.
But I went to an open house at a local business called the Kismet Collective, which is a bunch of woo women all packed into one tiny office space doing woo stuff. It was super fun. I got to write a poem on handmade paper with squirrels on it, on a typewriter that looked like it fell out of a time capsule from the 1800s. So gorgeous.
Oh my gosh.
I got a tarot reading by a licensed therapist, and got to meet all sorts of cool people.
Cool.
So if you're in Tulsa and you're looking for woo women, they're at the Kismet Collective, just to the south of the farm.
Nice. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Because, I mean, we are trying to plan a get-together at some point.
Exactly. I didn't know you were considering coming to Tulsa.
Well,
What?
I wanted to come to Eureka Springs.
Yes, that's a much better place to visit. Yeah. Indeed.
Though if I have to, if that's what it takes to see you, I'll come to Tulsa. Whatever. One of my favorite, couples lives there, so
There we go. Perfect. Perfect. It's a good enough reason to visit from my point of view. Yep.
Well, for me, I am excited because I'm going to be on a horror film set in a couple weeks and scoring the music for it. And I may be part of some of the promotional material, which is bizarre. I'm like, you guys know I can't act. Like, of the two of us, Diana's the actor.
And I'm horrible.
Well, you're a lot better than me.
I'm absolutely terrible at acting. Yeah.
Oh, no, don't say that. You're a fabulous actor.
I consider acting like a subset of lying, unfortunately, and I'm really terrible at lying. I'm always like, no, that dress does make you look fat. I'm that kind of friend. So the idea of putting on a completely new persona and telling lies is so like, can I do it? I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, well, I'm Southern, so you'd think I'd be better at it, but...
Really? Putting on a persona?
Well, yeah, the South is all about like, oh, honey, that dress is unusual.
Unusual. There you go.
It's like the very passive-aggressive, like, are you complimenting me or not?
Ugh, so neurotypical. I swear.
Dude, I've never had deviled eggs that tasted quite like that. What is your secret ingredient?
I needed somebody to train me in backhanded compliments when I was a kid, obviously, so that I could learn to wield this honesty with a nice velvet tip of my wielded honesty.
Velvet tip. Oh gosh, that sounds sexual. We are talking about Valentine's Day. Yes.
Well,
yes.
You'll
Shove it up in there.
Ask me a question. You'll get
around
to
a
see
little
my honesty with this velvet tip.
Your velvet tip.
I'll show you mine if you be honest with me.
Okay, well, the Homespun Haints sex toy branch will be opening up soon.
Ooh.
Velvet tipped lie. That will be our first.
Oh, that's like a fur bus. I don't know.
You know what?
It's
I'm
just
sure.
something about bodily fluids and soft, absorbent, fluffy fabrics.
I know. That's why. That's where the horror comes in.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, so anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna be scoring some horror films. I'm excited.
Sweet.
I'm going to be making music.
You're composing the score?
I'm going to be composing the score. That's going to be on set so I can see what's going on. And
that's so exciting.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it because I've been writing more and more music, and I think I'm kind of good at it.
Of course you are.
Well, thank you. I just, I've been arranging some music for a local orchestra, and I've been writing and producing my own music, and I'm like, damn, this is a lot easier than I thought it would be.
There you go. Of course it is.
Oh, you're sweet.
You play violin better than most people can hum. So, yeah.
Well, okay, so speaking of violin, I have a ghost story for you.
Ghost story?
I have a ghost story.
Is it a true ghost story?
True story.
Oh my gosh.
But it did happen to me a couple weeks ago. So I have told you that one of the places that I work is this ancient house, it's probably one of those that just appeared one day, like a vanishing house.
This is the one your phone disappeared in mysteriously and then showed up in the middle of everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Well, it's not the only place I work. In fact, I only work there one day a week, and the rest of the week I work at another studio, which is, I love it. I can walk there from my house. It's so close. It's like, God, talk about having the perfect job. I really have the perfect job. But, I still drive because I've got all my music and my instruments and everything to bring with me. So, I work late. And I'm often the last one there, and I have to lock up. Now, this is like an office park, okay? Very modern, probably built in the 90s. Nothing special about it. Just, your typical brick buildings in a row, a bunch of them in a parking lot kind of thing. There's like
in your neighborhood, they could have well dug up bodies to put the foundations in. So who knows?
That's true. Anything could happen. I mean, there is a cemetery, if you just keep walking, there's a cemetery. Oh, maybe that's okay. I didn't consider that, but maybe that's why this is, because like literally right next door to this office park is an old Baptist church with its own cemetery.
Or
graveyard. I guess it's a graveyard if it's a part of a church. Anyway, so I'm beginning to put some dots together. Okay, so this building that I work in, when I'm there by myself, I'm always hearing noises. And it's especially frustrating because it is my job, if I'm the first one there or the last one there, to make sure nobody else is there.
That's a good idea.
If I'm going to lock up or whatever, I don't want to set the alarm and have somebody else set it off when their student comes in. So I'm very diligent about listening for noises when I am packing up or when I'm in between students, even if it's like my last student and I'm like, oh, I'm the only one here. Because I will work till, like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. Everybody else has gone home. And especially in the winter months, I've been hearing noises. And it sounds like voices. It sounds like other instruments. I hear people walking up and down the stairs there because it's a 2-level office. So sometimes I'm downstairs, sometimes I'm upstairs. So I'll hear people on the stairs. I'll hear the stairs creaking. And initially I was like, well, this is not the haunted one. The haunted one is the one I'm at on Wednesdays. It's an old office park, right? I kept thinking it was the unit next door. Well, the unit next door is vacant.
Oh. Were there people coming to see it?
No, not at 8 o'clock at night.
Oh.
Not consistently.
Right.
In fact, I think they're doing some renovations because the other day I heard some noises next door that were clearly coming from next door. And it sounded like a saw or something. And I was like, okay, that's what it sounds like when somebody's next door.
So the noises you were hearing were kind of fainter and a little more diffused.
Yes.
Okay.
And it would only happen when I was all there by myself.
Eesh.
So, and again, it's Georgia. It could just be the building creaking. Who knows?
It's just humidity.
Well, this is winter. This would happen in the winter. It didn't happen in the summer. But, the things shrink. As I always tell my students, wood shrinks. That's why your door gets stuck in the summer and won't stay shut in the winter. Same thing happens with your violin. So keep your violin in a climate-controlled environment. That's why we have a humidifier in this room that I'm in right now. I think it was last week. I was the last one there. And I was working downstairs. And sometimes the cello teacher is still there after me. Sometimes he's not. In fact, okay, this is like classic gender discrimination. If I'm the last one there, no big deal. I shut everything up and go home. But if he's the last one there, he's done this twice now. He doesn't check to see if anybody else is there. He just assumes I'm still there and he leaves and leaves all the lights on and leaves everything unlocked. And I get the blame because as the more responsible female employee, it's my job to let him know that he's the last one there. I have been berated twice for this. It's my fault.
Ridiculous.
Does he ever let me know when he leaves? No, of course not. He's this hot Italian cello player. Anyway, so of course I'm hearing these noises and I'm thinking, okay, maybe he's still here. Or maybe somebody's upstairs. Who knows? Because I'm hearing floorboards creak above me. And I go to pack everything up. And that damn phone thing happens to me again.
Your phone went missing?
It went missing. And again, and I was like, I know I just had it. And I'm, okay, take a look. Because of what happened last time, I got a bright orange phone case for my phone.
It looks like a traffic cone.
Yes,
It's
so
hard
I won't
to miss.
lose again. Yeah, it's the only orange thing in this room. Okay, this is a room with like just literally like I have my violin on a cream-colored bench, just like a whatever bench you buy at TJ Maxx. The carpet is gray. The only other items in this room are 2 music stands, one that's black, one that's white, a set of old beige filing cabinets from the 90s, an ancient out-of-tune harp in the corner, and a digital piano in another corner. Okay, that's the entire contents of this room.
So nothing bright and orange.
Nothing bright and orange. And it's fluorescent lights too, because it's, it's an office building. It's not crowded like the other place. So I'm like, where the hell is my phone, right? I'm like literally like looking on the bench. I'm packing up my violin. I'm like, I know it was just here on the bench. I go rifling through my purse. I look over. It's sitting right there on the bench next to the violin case.
Whoa.
So now I'm starting to think this might be a me problem and not a ghost problem.
Phone blindness. Like I can't see faces. Maybe you can't see your own phone.
How it's bizarre because I'm like, and also this doesn't happen to me any other times, only when I'm packing up my violin.
I don't know, Becky, when we were staying in the same house in Nashville together, at least twice a day, you called your phone to find it.
Yes, but that's when it's in another room.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you should be able to see it and you can't, that's the new development.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I'm okay. Fair. So I'm like, okay, maybe I have phone blindness. So then of course I'm like, well, God damn it. That means that the ghost story I had in the other place wasn't really a ghost story. It was just a Becky story. So this is what I'm thinking, right?
Fair enough. Everybody wants a Becky story too.
So I pack up my phone and it's going to take me several trips to get everything in my car. Cause I have a violin, I have a viola, I have an iPad, I have all this music. I've been slowly digitizing all this music and putting it on my iPads. I mean, so much music that I had a hard time finding a briefcase that would hold it all. So, I mean, just lots and lots of music because you never know what students are going to need. And I had a new student that day too. So I'm packing everything up. I go out to my car with the first load. I go put things in my car. This is after I found my phone. And as I pass by the cello teacher's room, it's dark, nobody's in there. I only kind of half registered it in my brain, thinking, okay, I am the last person here. Because he's usually the last if it's not me. I go out to my car, and the windows for his studio face the parking lot where my car is. And as I'm putting things in the car, I look over, and all the lights are on in his studio. And I'm like, oh, well, okay, I'm surprised I didn't see him. Like again, it was kind of a subconscious registering he's not there. So I was like, maybe I just wasn't paying attention.
Right.
I could even see some movement behind the blinds, like somebody was in there, like packing up their cello or something like that. I couldn't hear anything. So I was like, okay, maybe he was just in there reading and I didn't see him, or he's just packing up. He's probably getting ready to go. I need to go let him know that I'm leaving, and it can be his job to lock the damn place up.
Yep.
Because it's a process. You got to set the thermostats and lock all the doors. There's multiple doors. You got to set the alarm. It's a thing.
I had a business that had a brick and mortar. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know all about it.
It sucks.
Yeah. So I go back in to get my second load, and I immediately round the corner to go into his studio to tell him. And there's nobody there. And the lights are out.
Wait, the lights are out now?
I had just been outside and saw the lights on.
Right.
And saw movement in the studio. And I went like 2 seconds later, walked right in. Nobody's there. The lights are out. It was just as I had seen it on my way out.
Whoa. Are there any lights that could be seen through the windows that can't be seen from the
It's
hallway or
completely
whatever?
dark in there. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, well, maybe it was my headlights shining on the window. So I turned my headlights on and off to try and replicate it. Nope. It looked very my headlights have that bright, ugly white light. This was it was like a yellow light coming from the blinds.
Good debunking, Becky.
Thank you. And I went and got the rest of my stuff and got in the car and locked everything up. And started thinking, okay, well, maybe those aren't just buildings settling creaks and voices that I'm hearing. Maybe it's something else. Because you know how unnerving it is when you hear somebody else in a building and you're very sure that you're not alone, and then you realize you are. I mean, this used to happen to us all the time in the art gallery, but that had a legitimate reason to be haunted. I don't know what this place's excuse is.
On the square, yeah, where all the bodies were piled, it makes sense that it would be tremendously haunted.
Yes.
But the new office park.
But it is, like I said, it is right next to a cemetery. And I wonder, we've talked about how theaters are always haunted.
Always.
I wonder if it's the same for music,
Well, that makes sense. I mean, even if you're just talking about stone tape theory, a lot of music and performance and passion has passed through the walls and could very well be stored in the walls somehow.
Yeah. And I tend to be a little bit more haunted than most people. So
you really fucking do. I don't know how you do it.
Oh,
I've solicited hauntings and I don't get nearly as many as you do.
Well, you just, you need to start teaching an instrument or open an art gallery.
I think I need to learn to leave them wanting more. Because I'm like, yes, of course I'll stay up all night if you want to talk to me. Oh no, I gotta be like Becky and be like, shut up, I'm sleeping. Haunt me in the morning.
Yeah, it's gotta be convenient. God, life is too busy. I don't have time for that shit.
Clearly. Oh man. Well, that's a fun story. So did you ever talk to the cello teacher yet about what was maybe going on? Asked him?
No, he never even remembers my name, so I'm not.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we played a gig together once, and I was like, good to see you again. He's like, we've never met. And I was like, yeah, we have. We played in an orchestra together, last year. And he's like, no. And I'm like, why are you contradicting me? If I'm sure I've seen a face, I am sure I've seen a face.
What does that feel like?
Well, I recognized his name.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, man. Wow. So interesting. So do you think that the haunting was actually happening to him?
Nah.
Since it was movement and lights going off in his room?
No, because these studios are shared. Like, it's him one day, it's another teacher another day. It's not always a cello teacher. Sometimes it's a viola teacher. Same in my studio, the one that I'm in. Like, I'm only there one day a week, and then the rest of the days it's another violin teacher.
Okay.
It has to do with me lodging a complaint against the owner who had a piano studio next to my other studio that I teach at. And I was like, you're too loud. I can't hear my students. And rather than reducing her volume, she just put me underneath the studio.
Did it work?
I mean, yeah, I can't hear her anymore. The piano teacher next to me has her piano at a proper volume.
Wow. So what is the proper way to set the volume of a piano?
Well, they're electric pianos. Keyboard, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's
so
reasonable.
You can set the volume.
Yeah, because piano really, I despite the term piano meaning soft, it's almost always set to loud as a default, isn't it?
Well, an actual upright piano.
Yeah.
They actually do come with something called a practice pedal, and you can put it on and it mutes it just makes it softer. My son uses it, if he's practicing upstairs and somebody's sleeping.
Nice.
So yeah, so pianos can definitely be piano. Oh, piano. That's what my coworker says. Piano. Yeah. So that's my little mini ghost story.
That's pretty cool. Do you have any theories?
Well, now that I'm remembering, there's a cemetery real close by. I mean, I do think it was targeting me. And again, I don't know. I don't know if it was trying to keep me, kind of like your phone theory, but it didn't take me as long to find the phone this time.
Okay.
I think whatever it was, this time just wanted me to know it was there. That's the only thing I can, it's been making noises for a while, and I just kept brushing it off. And of course, the one person, whoever, whatever this is probably like, oh, yay, we've got a horror podcaster in our midst. She's going to listen to us. And then I'm
How did they find out?
It's just the pipes. And yeah, so I think they were like, no, we really need to get her attention. So I don't know.
They need your attention, though. So what's your plan? You're going to go talk to some ghosts? You're going to have another office seance?
No, I don't think that would go over very well in this situation because I don't pay the rent. But I may, you know what? I might start playing a little serenade for them at night if I'm the last one there. Like a little lullaby.
That's sweet.
Go to sleep.
Just for you.
Just for you.
Please don't turn the lights back on after I leave or I'll get blamed for it.
Yes. I'll play Brahms if they do that. I hate Brahms. I really hate Brahms.
I associate Brahms with hamburgers and ice cream because there's a place 1 block from my house called Brahms that's an Oklahoma hamburger chain. Yeah. So I hate it as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
I associate Brahms with lullabies and really boring music. Fun fact, when I was in high school, I played in my first professional symphony. Yay. They didn't want me there, but they didn't know how to get rid of me. So I just kept showing up to rehearsals. And they didn't pay me, so it was like, okay.
Was this an infiltration? Like you weren't invited, you just showed up and kept showing up?
I was invited for one practice as a tryout, and I just kept coming. And I think they were like, well, if we don't pay her, maybe she won't keep
Maybe
going.
she'll just go away.
But I didn't know that people were getting paid. So until once they kept us overtime and I got a check for $12 in the mail. And I was like, oh.
Suspicious.
Yeah, but I just kept showing up. I did this for 3 years.
Never got invited. Just kept coming back.
Just kept coming.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so
way to show up.
Anyway, one season we were playing the Brahms Requiem. Requiem is a very slow, it's a dirge. It's meant to be like a funeral piece, like something that's played at the funeral mass. So it's always slow and boring. And I hate Brahms to begin with because he's already slow and boring. So you can imagine what the Requiem is like.
Extra slow and boring.
And I fell asleep on stage during the performance.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I did that nodding thing.
Oh. Oh, geez. How does that work with a violin? Under your chin?
No. I was like, yeah, not well.
Oh, no.
It was terrible.
That's great.
I still kept coming back. Yeah, so this is why I don't like returning to my hometown. Too many memories. Too many bad shit things that I did.
Oh,
I don't want people to remember that shit.
too many people know your secrets.
They know my secrets, yeah. I think we should just end right there.
Leave them wanting more. Good point, Becky.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
have a very spooky day.
Oh. Boop. Do you want to hear about the February demons?
Horror titties.
Yeah, horror titties.
Shoot, that's a lot of beans.
Oni wa soto fuku wa uchi.
I had a flower pot on my head.
Sorry, I just can't do this without.
Disgusting.
I don't know if any of this is safe.
Things that don't normally get penetrated.
I'm sure that's a kink. Homespun Haints is hosted by Becky Kielimnik and Diana Doty, and produced by Homespun Haints Media LLC. Editing and music by Becky Kielimnik. Show notes by Diana Doty. If you have a ghost story and you'd like to be considered as a guest for this podcast, please visit our website at homespunhaints.com/submit.